welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And Sunday Night Primetime is off and running. Brooks now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Pitching it out to Connor here. They stuck with him and got the same result. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Murray on 3rd down. On the move, hit it right. They'll have the first down and even more. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They strike for 23 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10, Murray. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. They send a man in motion. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's caught for the first. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Panthers first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
There's Dowdle straight up the middle. He dodged the tackle. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's Dowdle again. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Hubbard quick on the draw. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Throws. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Rolled the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll have a chance to take the lead here as they line up for the field goal. Fitzgerald sends this through, and that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Brooks now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB-receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Now Murray on the play fake. Connects with Harrison again. And they're on it right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Tossing this out to Connor. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Play action now, Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Murray with a sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Ooh, this is where the coach gets paid to make the decision for the offense. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better think a while before going for it.
So on 4th down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. The kick by Ryland is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Xavier Leggett. Things going well so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the ground again with Dowdle. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
First down from the 42. Looking to throw here. And he works kicks it forward to the 43-yard line. A play made by Will Johnson.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Dowdle on second down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. This is Liggins working the left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium, though. Stick around. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Pass play on 1st and 10. Right back to Liggett. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Back to throw. Steps up, and he's running with it. He gained 11 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first. Throwing it. All right, Liggett makes the grab. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send him over right. Another throw here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get some late points and the lead. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Brooks now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Out come the Cardinals. Cardinals on offense late in the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Going on first down. Here's Murray. He fires one deep down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk-reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has a man, that's Greg Dortch. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And he is down to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Ryland is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Back to throw it. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Fitzgerald sends this through. And 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the 2nd quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Leggett with a return here. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. Ran into it all that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. McMillan on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. Shoots away from one. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the option, it's Dowdle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Inside, give to Dowdle. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Only 2 yards to the marker, and they're going for it here on 4th. He'll throw it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st down carry for Connor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Kyler to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Harrison secures this left side. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. go, Connor. And this one's overwhelmed. They drive him backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. They're coming off a fourth down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Here's the give to Dowdle. He can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Taking a chance to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
New errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now. They need 7. Here's Murray. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Benson on 1st and 10. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down. That's the end of 3 on Sunday Night Primetime. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Kyler with a chance to run it here. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. 3rd down coming. Air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now trail by just a point in the fourth. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Legets with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got first down here from the 36. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He's lucky to get back to the line, and I think he knows it too. That play was in trouble early with how well the defense, Kate, read it from the beginning. And he did his best just to get back and break even.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Running right side by McMillan. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Tight end in motion left. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got a man left. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
QB sneak coming. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Here's Donald straight up the middle. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Dowdle again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Got all of it, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead!
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, the game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Completed over the middle. And he'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Cardinals down by only 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now it's 3rd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Throwing now. It's caught by Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To throw. Left side, caught by Dortch. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. He'll look to throw it. Caught by Connor out of the backfield. He's dropped a big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. They'll It's 16 yards on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. Another throw coming for Murray. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Murray to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Connor off the pistol give. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Second down now, they need 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This is a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. They'll send a receiver left. Back to throw on 1st and 10. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So on to decide the game. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. Just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. He gets with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got second down. Back to throw. And set up the screen. It's Hubbard. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
You know, Kate, it's one thing to get a player out into space. It's another when the defense sees it coming. No chance there for the running back as the defense defeats the blocks before that screen could ever get started.
All right, going to need the full 10 here on this opening drive of overtime if they don't want to stall out. They'll throw, third and long. Hubbard with a first and then some. Get some space around midfield. He gets loose down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 6. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however. He can get on a handoff, pin off the pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
Now for the extra point and a 7-point lead to defend here in overtime. The point after splits the upright. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Gonna need to go touchdown for touchdown here. This game is over as this kicks away. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You gotta think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. Looking underneath here for Connor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
This entire game hinges on them finding the end zone, Brock, as they come up on second down. Connor trying the right side. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Turning to Benson on third. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Here's Murray, first and 10. That one going to go against the D. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Going on first down, here's Murray. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down. From the red zone now. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. It's caught. We've got a touchdown. It's a one-point game in overtime now. They can play for the tie or the win. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now for the point after. That's going to end this in a tie or a loss. And everyone can breathe easier here as he knocks the point after through. And now it's golden goal here in overtime. Next score wins. Score is going to be the one, Brock, that ends this game. All right, we're set and back underway. Baker with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Panthers set to take the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Run with Dowdle. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside a field goal range.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. Counterplay, Hubbard. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They run again with Hubbard. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.